see him. And let me see if I've got the lighting right. And let's back. All right, today I'm going to talk about MS being on disease modifying medications and increasing your risk of various funguses, viruses, infections, and I'm going to show you. Hi there, Michael. Hi, Tina. Uh, so anyway, it's important that you know what to look for, and you know what doctor to call, and what you're suffering from. And many of us, we meet something, we have an infection, right? We have something that doesn't look right, and we start Googling it, and we start trying to diagnose ourselves, right? And then we start using silver water, antibiotic cream, various things. First of all, you guys know I swim all the time. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Bev. Uh, so you know I swim all the time, right? So what happened? There's also the public jacuzzi that I don't get in, but I did get in a few months ago to warm up. And let's see, underneath my wedding band, uh, I got something happened. I don't know what, but I know to take that off. I use hydrocortisone. I started, dealing with it, right? Dealing with it. Use antibiotic, anything. Let it dry out, because let me tell you, I am, and many of you are on a disease modifying medication that interferes with the immune system so that it doesn't, we don't have such a strong immune system. Well, because we take these medications, we are more susceptible to parasites, mainly parasites, infections, crud, ick. All right, so the second thing, so that was the first thing. The second thing, when I had the MRI, my neurologist said I had a a sinusitis on the right side. I think it was on the left side, right? Because what happened is that I took a Z pack. It got rid of that, so I think, right? But the puppy scratched me. I'll see, the puppy scratched me. It developed into an abscess, right? An abscess, and then when I was sleeping, it looked like cellulitis, and so I sprayed everything. So what did I do? I took a big time picture of this left eye, and I'm sending it to my dermal practitioner, because I called the dermatologist. Who do you go to with this? Well, the dermatologist, the secretary says, we are so booked up, you should go to urgent care. And I'm thinking, I don't want to go to urgent care because there's people sick in urgent care. One of the things that I discovered, hi Daria, is in researching this stuff, is that if it is cellulitis, then one of the things they suggest is that it can be very aggressive, and they'd rather you in the hospital to get IV steroids. Uh, uh, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go in the hospital, so they can give me, shoot, those of us with MS for a long time, we can run our own IVs with with steroids, with antibiotics. Actually, that's what they want you to do. So yes, Daria, I got funk, and I'm on medication that makes me susceptible to this? And I haven't had this problem before. So, hi, Chris. So, let me tell you something. We have to be super aware. And you know what? I have the surgical scrub. I wash my hands. I use it directly under my eye. Uh, but you guys know I got more guts than sense. And it comes a point when you've got to push away from the computer, take a picture of your funk. I love it. Of your funk, right? Of your funk, and use your patient portal. Use your, and send the picture to your doctor. So, and that's what I was actually going to do. Uh, 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 I'm Michael. Let me see. You know what? There's a lot more people watching this than are participating in the chat. Hi, Phil. So if you're on Facebook and you want to participate in the chat, um, that's great. But I love what you said, Daria. I love it. I love it. Yes. So when we have MS, right? The greatest. Hi, Phil. My songbird. I just you're gonna have to. Hi, Paul. You're gonna have to send me. Actually, next time I see you, I'll get your autograph. And Andrea, I saw that. Okay, so let me tell you something. It it when we take these medications to shut down our immune system, we open the door for all sorts of havoc to be to take place. It is up to us to recognize when we're out of our league, right? Now, I recognize today's Thursday. There was a lot. Hi, Kevin. Today's Thursday. My general practitioner's only in the office until 12 tomorrow, right? So I'm thinking, well, I could drive by instead of doing this MS live. But you know what? You guys know me better than that. What happens when you've got an infection? You don't feel good. And I swam yesterday, so used the goggles, and the goggles pushed on my ocular. Which what happens, right? How do I deal with that? Yeah, I want to go on Amazon and get a face mask that will cover everything, and then I can swim tomorrow. Because what happens, I did physical therapy in the swimming pool with my friend Harriet, uh, who is a taskmaster. So she did that, and then when I was done, I said, I'm too tired to work out, to use the parachute and do my Cirque du Soleil, which I was going to try in video for you guys. Uh, I'd like to do that today, but it'd be funny. But I was just too tired to walk back in the gym, so I got out my snorkel, and she says, "Wait a minute. So you're going to swim a half a mile, and you're too tired to walk back, and so you're going to do for half a mile?" I said, "Yeah, because I can actually take a nap." And where's Diana? Because Diana will second it for me. You can almost take a nap doing the stroke. Just so. But I will let you know. What did I do? I did 40. I did 40 lengths. 40 lengths. It was fun. But I wore the goggles, and the goggles pressed on the ocular area. Back to what I'm saying, right? It caused problems. Uh, Problems that my self treatment, I mean, we're not living in the Stone Ages, right? We're not. Uh, do we have to use silver water? Oh, which is fun. Silver water is a natural antibiotic, and they use it in burn wards. So using this and antibiotic cream, So what I want to do is I took a picture, a blown up picture of my funk hysteria, the funk, nasty, nasty. And so I but what happens? I'm on an immunosuppressant medication. And the reason why this is serious is because it could affect the fat right here could go in the eye. Remember, your eye is it, not only is it myelin, but it's made up of fatty tissue. So you get infection in there, you can lose your vision. So self treating uh, uh, something like this. It's different if you self treat a funk on your finger, right? It's different when you've got a patch of skin that you can treat, but know when to call the experts, calling the experts. Uh, it is great when you can email of your neurologist, of your general practitioner, uh, get emails from all your doctors, right? So what happens is that you can take a picture and email your doctor and let him know, therefore when he's at home he can just converse with you. He can call in medication. He can I don't know. What concerns me is I just finished Z pack, the Z pack for the sinus infection, and now I got this funk. I don't know. So anyway, so I'm only wearing. So look at this side of my face. Although I heard John Tesh on John Tesh radio yesterday saying there is human humans tend to look at the left side of the face. So it doesn't matter what's going on your right side of your face. We tend to read from left to right. Well, we do. Americans read from left to right. So we are programmed to look on the left side of the face, left side first, right? And then by the time you get to the right side, after you're done looking at the funk and you're like, yeah, yeah, I've become a butterface, right? You know what a butterface is? A butterface, nice body, nice smile, nice teeth, butterface, but her face, butterface, right? I'm a butterface. Drooling. It's because I'm dehydrated. I try not to. I'm my worst enemy. By the way, I looked at my patient portal. The last time I emailed my doctor was in, let me see, was, oh, all right. The last time I was in May. In May, I had, they think I had COVID. They think I had COVID. But and the library was giving out COVID tests. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. But if I did, because I was reading my symptoms, it's like, yeah, that's COVID symptoms. But if I did, um, I got over it fast, and I forgot I had it. I forgot I had it. But and that's a good thing. All right, let's look. Let's look. All right. Okay, so we're talking about self treatment, self treatment. And I think that many of you just watch these videos, watch this video, um, because you don't want to make the same mistakes that I make. So where do we stop? Where do we start self treatment? Part of it is I think when I was a kid, uh, it was we didn't go running to the doctor during everything. So that is that's big time. So I and when we have MS, we just don't want to go to the doctor. What is it with my neurologist that he wants to see me every 3 months? What is it with with if you're stable, why? Why? Well, you know what? I can see going once a year, but he wants me to have my blood work. By the way, here's something I need you guys to consider. CD19 is responsible. It's a cell cluster. I always talk about this. It's a cell cluster that it's a cell designator that is on the cell, and it tells this cell that myelin is bad, and you've got to search out. It's an antibody. Search out all myelin, all insulation on a rubber wire, everything. All right. So, all right, I'm going to show you. Okay. All right. So you got insulation on the rubber wire. What happens when enough of this rubber is eaten off of this cord? What happens? This mouse isn't going to get the message to the computer, right? Bam, that is MS. Welcome to MS. All right, what happened? So, what we do is we kill the CD19. What kills CD19? The cell cluster that tells us that we're allergic, tells our body. So let's kill that. What cell cluster? Uh, 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 what does that? CD19. What kills that? Rituximab, Ocrevus. There's a generic form. It kills that. How do you avoid being tragically disabled? How you find a neurologist that checks the CD19 levels. If you're on these medications, they check it every month. My CD19, I just had it checked yesterday, so it hasn't come back yet. Hi there, Richard. So, but you know what? In fact, Sarah, I'm gonna mention that in a minute. Hi, Richard. Did you get your package, Richard? Um, all right. So B cell did not work for me. And that's curious. What treatment are you on, Sarah? And Sarah is mentioning that uh, that self treatment's okay. She says as long as you're not treating your eyes or UTI, and it's interesting because uh, Tisabri is outstanding, and that's I'm sorry, it's Tisabri prevents the white blood cells from crossing the blood-brain barrier. So Tisabri is great. It reduces the crazy white blood cells from exposure to the myelin. So in the central nervous system, cerebral fluid, we don't want. So it works. I love so, and it makes you feel better. Made me feel better. So Richard, I see that you did not receive your package, but it's on the way. All right, maybe I don't know. It's on. Merry Christmas, Richard. But you know what? Look at this, Richard. All right. there isn't enough Christmas presents in this world to let you know what a blessing you've been to me with this walker, because the neurologist looked at my MRI, and I showed you guys that, and I got so many brain lesions on in my cerebellum, on my pons area, on just various my cervical spine, that the neurologist looked at me and said, you know, you don't stand a prayer of not being dizzy. You know, to get you know, I understand. I am always dizzy. But, you know, dizziness with a narrow walker means that you'll take the narrow walker, or the one that fits you, and you'll fall over. But a wide, a heavy walker, this is very wide, it's really heavy, and it's able to hold me. I don't trip on the tire. I don't. It's a wonderful thing. So, anyway, when we take this, I think Tisabri doesn't lower. Tisabri increases your chances of PML. It's a brain infection, which is why I can't take it. But as far as the skin funk, this here is uh, because one thing, being on the monoclonal antibodies, it makes us more susceptible to get parasites. Uh, uh, I'm not, you are, Richard, I'm not sweet. You are too sweet. If I was too sweet, if I was, yeah, my mother named me Sweet Hoping, right? Because Dulci means sweet. And nothing in all the romantic languages. And I think they were hoping on the. I look at me, and then my brother was the second one. I was the firstborn. I I shouldn't have been. I don't know. That's not true. Hot mess, hot mess, disappointment. No, you know what? I don't know. But I know that I'm gonna listen to you, Sarah. I took a picture of this eye, and I'm gonna email my general practitioner. I'm and tomorrow's Friday. I know you don't go to urgent care on Fridays, but I expect to hear from him today. Uh, uh, this eye looks a lot better. When I woke up, it was almost swollen closed. Uh, it's always something, right? It's always something. What today, right? It's always something. So if you are taking these and you have parasites, here's an example. When you get into a public pool or don't get into a public jacuzzi, because uh, they can't put enough chemicals in a jacuzzi, public jacuzzi, to kill. Because remember, you add heat, you start adding heat into uh, a soup of DNA flesh soup, right? With bacteria, there's enough chemicals to kill all the things that are growing. So they have to drain it once a week, which is not enough for those of us who have suppressed immune systems. So just don't do it. So remember, I told you a couple weeks ago I was so cold I got in the jacuzzi with my wetsuit. And last time I did that, I ended up getting funk on my back. It was a parasite, little dots, and it was got taken care of. This time it was under my wedding band, so I'm not wearing my wedding band, right? And I think I don't know. This year is because of Winston scratched me, and I don't know. All I know is that we have to realize when we're out of our league, which is what I always tell you that I'm not a doctor. None of us are doctors. We can base things on our experiences. And I think that I have these experiences to show you what not to do, right? Um, I'm the biggest loser, and I say that with a laugh on my face because only those who have failed in life have are able to learn lessons, right? So it is such a good thing. What is it? Hi there, Rob. Uh, Rob, you're so good for you're good for my ego. So I'm sitting here with iPhone, and Rob comes on and says, "I look good." You're good. You're good. Yeah, thank you, Rob. I'm a hot mess. Um, yeah, just a hot mess. So it's good. It's good. What is the Hi Maureen? What is the song? It's a Christian song. The Biggest Loser gets a crown. I don't know. So learn from what I'm learning from. And I learn my biggest lessons through my own failures. And right, my knee jerk reaction is not is to self treat this. What is responsible, what a grown up girl does, what a grown up woman does, is take a picture of this, email her general practitioner with the idea that he will get back in touch. I'll call over there and say I sent Spectre. I sent my doctor a picture so that he can look at it and decide, oh, this is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't, I don't know. But it's out of my league. I don't know. I don't know. You've got YouTube, right? Search the videos. You've got a UV sterilizing machine. You've got an Exacto. You've got painkillers, topical. You know what? No, you're just because you can. Should you? All right. It just so we have to act like our life depends on it, right? Our life depends. Our vision depends on it. And I'm thinking the left eye has had so much optic neuritis that it didn't see right anyway. I didn't know. I didn't know until they corrected my vision. And these are my old prescriptions, which work great with the computer glasses, with, I don't know, they're all progressives. I like progressives. Uh, so I know that we're talking about medications that suppress our immune system that make us more susceptible for funk. So don't. Should we move on? Did I make my point? Should we move on? Anyway. Oh, let's see. Let me look around. Okay. Uh, well, I said that I was going to do physical therapy and I got that in the mail. So it is here, let me show you. It's a parachute type thing, silk thing, and it hangs from the top. and that's me. And you see, you put your legs in there and you use your abs to go back and forth. And so half of balance is core stability. Also, it helps our back pain. If you have back pain, it's because generally we don't have core stability and our hamstrings are tight. So we got to stretch our hamstrings and do that. Uh, uh, let's see, stretch our hamstrings. Uh, you can take a weight and do rotations, holding your stomach in straight, keeping your hips forward, and then letting the muscles in your back and your stomach tense. Hold them in tight. Do I want to say bridges, but that's not it. I don't know. All right. Okay. All right. So let's do some interaction, guys. I need a little interactions. I need a little help because it's 31 minutes after the hour, and all of a sudden I'm thinking I need energy. All right. I need energy. But anyway, you guys have to interact a little bit more. All right. Yeah, that's right. I don't blame you. I may dead air. Okay, what I'm gonna do is all right. I am going to end early. Yeah, you know what? And right when I decided I was going to end early because I wasn't getting feedback, Sarah jumped in, said stretching first thing in the morning helps her. Stretching does, but I'll tell you what, the longer you have MS, I've done videos on getting out of bed and stretching the back of your legs, and it helps with spasticity and all. But the longer you've had MS, just it's I saw in one of the groups what most people think of climbing stairs. A person with MS thinks of scaling a mountain, rock climbing. It's getting out of bed. It's like, do I feel like wrestling? But let me tell you something. Let me tell you, as hard as it is. And there's a chance I might not be that motivated because I've got the funk. I've got, as Daria said it. I love it. Hi Lori, I love it. I've got the eye funk, and I've got a low grade infection that the Z pack didn't take care of. But and it kind of scares me. Why do I have any infection at all when I took the heavy duty antibiotic? It skeeves me out, makes me think I shouldn't have taken the antibiotic. Uh, uh, but let me tell you, Sarah, what you said, stretching helps everybody. I did my physical therapy killed me in the pool, and I was able to break the tone and use my leg to walk in the water. I was able to do walking lunges. I've been doing that every day, like I've been asking you guys to do. I go. Let's see, Cola. I'm glad you're here as well. Okay. Do you have MS? Cole, do you have multiple sclerosis? Uh, so I wanted to tell you, all right, yeah, you know what? It's true. What Sarah says, so she leaves something in the car, and you think about that. You think, do I go out and get it, or is it fine there? It's just, I've discovered. Is anybody like me? Um, so you don't leave stuff in your car. You become a bag lady. You have bags everywhere, and you put everything in bags, right? You put everything. So it's impossible to leave stuff in the car because you brought everything. You even brought your insurance card in, right? Everything. No, Richard, Richard, it's called DO dewdrops, and it's right there. But you're not getting that. Just relax and wait. Check your mail today. Check it tomorrow. It's okay. All right. It'll be there. It'll be there real soon. All right. Um, so in order for us to do things really easily, we've got to make ourselves walk up the stairs. One of my most popular videos is when I was personal training, and I would show people doing the stairs is a good thing, right? Doing the stairs. So what happens? I stood at the bottom of the stairs and I had somebody film me, and I showed how impossible it was to hold on at the gym, hold on to the handle, and slowly walk backward. Get the foot down and lower yourself. And doing that enough times, I was able to get up the stairs. Oh, I am so glad you're answering. I have multiple sclerosis. This is what Koala. Is it? How do I say your name? Kola. Keola. Uh, let's see. Progressive. All right, you have progressive. There's two types of progressive MS cola. There's two in '07. All right, there's two types of progressive MS. There's primary progressive and there's secondary progressive. Secondary progressive means that you've had the disease for 10 years prior, and the cord has been exposed to the point where there is enough holes from the myelin that it's the the cord is showing, right, the actual cord, and and it becomes brittle. What happens when it becomes brittle? What happens? You have an MRI like I had, that looks like chicken pox. It looks like what the neurologist said. No way. This shows a person who has incredible problems walking and balancing and staying upright, right? But you know what? I'm walking with the walker. I am a Do not discount muscle memory. Don't discount that, right? So even though you have progressive MS and Keola, if you do go on msfrontiers.org, you'll see there is a group. It's MS Frontiers Primary Progressive. It's a support group run by Cheryl Watkins Jones, and she has primary progressive. She was completely confined to her scooter. And not that she's overcome that, but she wasn't able to transfer to her bed or to the bathroom. And I have a series of exercise videos that shows that even if you can't stand up, if you take your walker and hold yourself. If you take your scooter and hold yourself, pick yourself up and hold it just for a second and try it later on for 2 seconds. All right. First, you're going to fall like a cheap long chip. And then you're going to work on balancing your weight and standing and shifting your weight and she got to the point where she could hold herself enough to transfer from her chair or from her electrical chair to the toilet. And there's a certain dignity that's involved in us liking to be alone and liking to deal with our own funk, right? Our own funk. I funk. I'm funk. But I'll tell you what, this eyeliner tattooed, so I'm not wearing any makeup on this side. I'm wearing makeup on this side, right? Wear makeup and lipstick because I'd rather cola. Kaola? Is it Kaola? Kaola. That is that's a great name. Uh, and I like. Where are you from, Kaola? Kaola, where are you from? Uh, um, yeah, because you have a great name. A lot of our names dictate who we are, where we're from. Like my maiden last name is Repke. All right, Repke. Uh, I don't know. I melting pot. I am American melting pot. What is my mother-in-law used to say with a mongrel. Mongrel. I'm a mutt. Except I think I'm more purebred than Winston, right? My designer dog. It's funny. No, it's funny. I'm laughing because my designer dog. Remember, Donner, my beloved dog, had kidney stones. The vet tried to push the kidney stones up in his bladder, ruptured his penis, and caused painful death. I had to put him down. Cost me $2,000 to put him down after everything. And then I got another puppy because I was grieving so much. So I drove up and I got it was supposed to be a Cavapoo, right? Cavapoo, Cavalier King Charles, half and half. Well, I got this little Cavapoo, and you paid $1,200 for it. Came, uh, got him a health plan at PetSmart, right? The Banfield got him this, and they do DNA testing to tell you what kind of dog you have. Well, they got back to me. Your dog is Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, half of that, 1/4 uh, different types of poodles, standard and whatever. Uh, 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 okay, you know what? When you say Keola, I can Keola, Keola. Now you say Hawaiian, and I had to pronounce it. Been to Hawaii, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful name. So, where was I going with that? I was talking about Winston, half 1/4, miniature poodle, and toy poodle, 1/4, miniature schnauzer, and Bichon Frise. Right? In other words, I paid $1,200 for a month. That's hilarious. That I wish that was the extent of my sucker. Of course, I could have followed them back, and I will at some point. No, I probably won't. To what end? To what end? I love my dog. He's probably healthier because he's all the combination. He needs to run like he's tall. He's got long legs. He runs like a fool. So I have to run him for a mile every day. Um, Koala, like Keola. I'm a fool. You know what? It's not you. You've got a beautiful name. And Hawaii, it just, that is wonderful. So what you have to do, uh, Keola, Keola, is subscribe to this channel. Actually, if you're smart, you'd say, you know what? She's full. If you want professional, I don't know. I don't know. But guess what? I've been told it's time that I up the ante. I do. Oh my God. Yeah, that's true. Just you know what? Just because she has a Hawaiian name doesn't mean that she's in Hawaii. I wonder, where do you live? But you have to subscribe, Kyola, to my channel. What I have to do is I have to have the patience to learn how to share screen so I can show you documents and proof and you are in Hawaii. No, wait. Oh my gosh, you are in Hawaii. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So, Jane, if you watch us, for all of you people in California, in Oregon, or in Washington State who are not with us, Idaho, or in the Pacific time zone that are not with us, I got to tell you, Keola is with us from Hawaii, and I'll tell you what, there is. I need a good dose of Hawaii because I'm telling you, Keola, are you able to get into that water? Does somebody carry you to the water? Are you in Oahu? There is the Waikiki beaches. There's no waves, right? I mean, if there's a way that you can get, I really believe there's something in the salinity of the ocean that heals us. Unfortunately, when you're in Maryland or you're any place with the waves, that ship has sailed with me being. Then you're with us. You know what? I hope that we do a service and we comfort you. We've given you information. What are you trying to get over, Keola? What are you dealing with now that other people can chime in and maybe offer help? I mean, let me ask you that question. And Lori, if you want to participate in this chat and ask the same question, go to Dulci Retke Hill or Dulci Jean Hill. If you Google me, if you put me in cloud search and in any search, DuckDuckGo, any search engine, you put my name, it'll come up with a YouTube link. Click it, and on the bottom right it says subscribe to my channel, and you'll get an email every time we go live, every time a video is posted. So, and what I've done, and if you are watching this mad dog, all right, what I've gotten away from is doing my uh, 30-second to 2-minute video, and I got to do that. I've got to, which I'm going to do that so you can laugh when I show you my client. I'm gonna do Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil. I'm gonna walk up to it with a walker, and I'm going to hang with my weak arm. Actually, it's gonna be with one arm. I'm gonna hang like a monkey. Unbelievable. But by the way, Keola, what is the temperature? And what are you in Oahu? I asked that. Are you in Maui, the Big Island? Are you in Hawaii? Like, where are you? Of course. Uh, um, that is all right. I know, and more dead air. And I think you know what, Sarah, you're awesome because you kept the show going. But thank you, Sarah. You gave me 30 degrees. And you know what? Today it's supposed to be, I think, 40 degrees here in Maryland. So I've got this is alpaca wool, and I've got a long sleeve t shirt underneath of it. And the plan for today is to bring this silly phone and do a video of me hanging like a crazy person. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. So I might post it. If not, all right. So it's 30 degrees in Utah. No, you know what? I don't know. Now, mind you, um, I lived in Southern California. We didn't have. Yeah, be careful. Don't you? You know, Sarah, you know better. You know better than to tell another person with MS to be careful. You know better. It's funny. You know better. Be careful. Be careful. I wouldn't get out of bed. Please, if you looked at my MRI. Yeah, and you did. You did. All right. It said, be careful. No, no. You know what? You need to sit in your scooter behind you. You need to sit in your scooter and get there. Oh, you're on the Garden Island. All right, call, but they donate their time and carry you the water. Hope you do. Hope you, oh my God. Oh my God. What you run by the fire department called Kauai, and they donate that. You know what? I'm telling you what, the Garden Island. It is Hawaiian mahalo. It's love. Oh my God, mahalo. That's mahalo on parade, right? I love that. Uh, Kayla is saying she lives on the island of Kauai, which is also the Garden Island. There's a group run by the fire department called the Core Kauai, and they donate their time and carry you to the water, help you to be accessible to the beach. And that's huge. Um, they they carry you in the water? Do you swim? It's huge. It is huge. A noodle. You get a vest, right? Get a vest that you can try to walk in the ocean because of the salt water. There's something that's healing about that. I love that. Plus, I gotta tell you, if they're Polynesian men, young Polynesian men, what woman wouldn't want to be carried by a bunch of Polynesian men? But the problem is you probably need a name like Keola, a name like Dulci, or like I mean, they're Yeah. I'm a Howley, right? Kayla, I just, and I don't know. Good for you, Sarah. Yeah. And so you are, Sarah, you are being careful. You're being careful. And again, there's something about getting out of bed when it's, even if it's 60 degrees. I've got the electric fireplace on and the yes. And Caleb wants us to be reminded that they filmed Jurassic Park on her island. Uh, uh, Beautiful, beautiful. The only thing, in fact, I remember, well, I remember I was in Maui and they needed a teacher, and I was teaching at the time. And somebody there, it was somebody who was a principal of the school, asked me if I would consider staying and being a teacher there. And I said absolutely, and my husband, who was an Air Force pilot at the time, said I'm not leaving my wife here. And one of the things that I always not regretted, I look back and it's number one problem when you get mainlanders who go over and live on your islands, right? What happens? They get landlocked. They start feeling all crazy, like The Shining on an island, where I don't know. I don't need a big. I don't need it big. It's 72 degrees. Yeah, that's winter. But you know what I love about that? Even though it's 72 degrees, it is beautiful. It is the water still is what 85, 86 degrees. Um, Richard, thank you. He's gonna get ready for his PT. I did that yesterday, and I'm going to Richard. It's the top of the hour, right? It's so you don't have to leave early. But I'm gonna send this over to my general practitioner. Uh, See, probably see, urgent care. I don't know. Tomorrow, right? All right. So what I want you all to do is go to msfrontiers.org, subscribe, follow me, yada yada yada. All right, and call in an expert when you're out of your league. I like that you're all here. That you're all here. So if you don't know when you're out of your league, just like I don't know when I'm out of my league, right? A lot of times we need each other. Actually, all the time we do. So we need each other to say, oh, you have something going on in your eye that you probably shouldn't research and decide on your own. Do MS Live, right? Tell everybody I got iPhone, right? Tell everybody and let other people say this here could affect your vision. I research enough medical information and journals and stuff to know that it can affect my. I'm out of my league, but I have to tell you, if you have a medical question, bring it here so that we all can say, "Oh, you got to seek medical advice," because it's better to gather the information, even if you don't act on it. Get that information. So, all right. What is ahi? All right. What is I'm ahi? Ahi. All right. I know a little Hawaiian, but ahi. All right. I don't know if that's a typo or not, but what I need you to do is do that, and let's get together on Tuesday. Hopefully, this will all be. I'll either have a hole in that socket, right, or I'll be magically cured. I don't know. Oh, I'm a he. That's okay. Well, that's all right. Kaoli, Kaola, Kaola. It's okay. You know what? That's we love men. In fact, we really love men because it's hard. You're not ashy. All right, you're not. Uh, anyway, I love you all. I'm so glad you subscribed. And Kaoli, it is. Lucky, thank you for chiming in. I know you creepers, you sneakers, you watch in the silence on the. Love you all. Happy New Year. That's true. And let's talk on Tuesday. God bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He shine His face upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you His peace. I will remind you, worry about nothing, but in everything through prayer and petition. Make your requests known to God, and let the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your hearts and minds by trusting in Christ Jesus. And let me tell you something. James 4:6 says, if you don't know your prayer is going to be answered, you're hoping. Yeah. Dennis, Dennis. So if you don't know, so you've been lurking, Dennis. If you don't know your prayer is going to be answered, you throw it out there and you're like, well, I'm hoping it won't be. It won't be, but believe. I know, you know, have the faith to move the mountain, and the mountain will move. Anyway, love you all. Happy New Year. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.